Have you ever questioned whether a friend might be developing deeper feelings for you, but felt unsure about the signs? Today, we're diving into the subtle, yet revealing indicators that someone wants to be more than just friends. From the way they communicate to the subtle changes in their behavior, we'll cover the essential signs you need to look out for. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped to discern if that special someone sees you as more than a buddy. 1. Unusual eye contact. Let's break it down. Eye contact is normal in everyday interactions, but there's something different when someone has romantic feelings. This isn't your run-of-the-mill glance. We're talking about those prolonged looks that seem to freeze time, where it feels like they're not just looking at you, but into you. Now, why does this matter? In the language of love, eyes play a starring role. They're the windows to the soul, right? When a friend sustains eye contact longer than usual, it's often their nonverbal way of saying, "Hey, there's something special about you." It's intense, it's intimate, and yes, it can make your heart skip a beat. But here's the fun part. There's also the look away and look back move. You know the one. They catch your gaze, hold it just a second too long, look away, and then they're back. If you're noticing this dance of glances more often, they might be silently expressing their deeper interest in you. Think of it as their way of dipping a toe into the waters of romance, testing how warm the reception is on your end. It's subtle, sure, but it's also pretty telling. So next time you catch that lingering look, pay attention. It might just be the silent signal that your friendship is ready to evolve into something more. 2. Expressing jealousy. When your friend suddenly seems uneasy or even a tad upset when you talk about someone else you're interested in or dating, it's not just idle chit-chat to them. It's a red flag waving high, signaling their deeper feelings for you. Now, let's get real about jealousy. It's not the most comfortable emotion, neither to feel nor to observe, but in the context of friendships evolving into something more, it's a significant indicator. If they're asking lots of questions about your dating life, or seem less enthusiastic when you're heading out on a date, that's not just curiosity. They're likely struggling with feelings they haven't expressed yet. This isn't about possessiveness or a desire to control. Instead, it's about the disappointment they feel at the thought of you with someone else, because deep down, they wish they were in that person's shoes. Their discomfort is a testament to their affection for you, even if they're not shouting it from the rooftops. Remember, while jealousy can be a sign of romantic interest, it's also important to approach this topic with sensitivity. Not all jealousy is created equal, and it's crucial to ensure that it doesn't cross the line into unhealthy territory. But in evolving relationships, noticing these subtle cues of jealousy can be the first step towards understanding their true feelings towards you. 3. Physical closeness and touch. When a friend starts seeking more physical closeness, or their touch becomes more lingering than usual, it's a significant cue. This isn't about the casual, friendly hug or pat on the back. We're stepping into the realm of touches that seem to hold on to moments, touches that communicate more than words could. Consider this: a touch on the arm that lingers a little too long, a hug that pulls you a tad closer, or a hand that brushes yours more frequently. These are not random accidents. They're deliberate actions meant to test the waters to see how you react to breaking down the physical barriers that typically define friendship. The key here is the change in pattern. Everyone has a personal bubble, and we're usually aware of when and how to respect that space in platonic relationships. But when someone wants more, they might subconsciously or consciously invade that space more often. They're trying to close the distance between you two, not just physically, but emotionally. Now, why does this matter? Physical closeness can heighten emotions and create a sense of intimacy that goes beyond friendship. It can be a way of saying, "I want to be closer to you," and not just as a friend. So next time you notice these subtle shifts in physical interactions, take a moment to consider what they might mean. They could be the silent signals pointing towards a deeper connection waiting to unfold. Hey, I hope you're enjoying today's video. If so, please consider hitting the like button or leaving a comment below. It all helps massively with the algorithm, and I'd really appreciate it. 4. Communicative behavior. This is our next sign on the journey to understanding when a friend might be edging toward more romantic territory. This isn't about your standard everyday chats. This is about noticing a shift towards more frequent, personal, or even flirty interactions. When texts, calls, or messages start coming in more often than before, it's time to pay attention. Here's the scoop. When someone's feelings evolve, so does their way of communicating. Maybe those good morning and good night texts become a regular thing, or perhaps you notice they're sharing more personal details and emotions with you. These are not your average run-of-the-mill updates. These are insights into their life, their feelings, and, indirectly, their new feelings towards you. And let's talk about the tone. If messages start taking on a flirty vibe, with playful teasing or subtle compliments, that's a big indicator. Flirting is a universal language of attraction, and while friends can banter and joke, there's a different energy when there's a romantic interest behind the words. It all comes down to this. Changes in communication are like breadcrumbs leading you to understand someone's deeper feelings. They're creating a bridge, hoping you'll meet them halfway. So, if you notice your friends' messages are becoming more frequent, personal, or flirty, consider it a sign. They might just be signaling their interest in turning the page to a new chapter in your relationship. 5. They hint at being single. When a friend starts dropping hints about their single status, it's not just idle chat. They're placing a spotlight on their availability, a move that's hard to ignore. It's like they're saying, "Hey, just so you know, I'm on the market." But there's a subtext there, a nudge for you to consider what that might mean for the two of you. Now, let's flip the script. If they're poking around, trying to gauge your relationship status, that's another layer of interest. It's one thing to be supportive and curious. It's another to seek out this information with a keenness that goes beyond friendly concern. They're not just making conversation, they're scouting the landscape, seeing where they might fit into your romantic life. Think about it. When we're content in the friend zone, we don't typically broadcast our single status or pry into others' love lives without reason. But when there's more than friendship on the mind, these topics become more relevant, more pressing. They're setting the stage, hinting at potential, asking you, albeit indirectly, to consider them as more than a friend. So, if your friend is making a point of mentioning their solo status or seems unusually interested in whether you're seeing someone, take note. These aren't random tidbits of information. They're signals, perhaps hopeful ones, that they're open to the possibility of something deeper with you. 6. They make efforts to help and support you. This is a clear indicator that someone may view you as more than just a friend. When a person goes beyond the typical gestures of friendship to offer help and support, it's worth noting. This isn't just about lending a book or offering a ride. This is about them stepping in without being asked, addressing needs you might not have voiced, or going out of their way to ensure your comfort and happiness. This level of care often transcends what we expect from casual friends. It's in the details. They remember your important dates. They're there to help you move. They support you during tough times without a second thought. It's a form of care that borders on the type usually reserved for close family or a significant other. It shows a depth of feeling and a commitment to your well-being that suggests they hold you in special regard. Bonus tip: special nicknames. When two people start giving each other affectionate nicknames, it's not just a playful quirk. It symbolizes a deeper connection. These aren't just any names. They're terms of endearment that carry weight, suggesting a level of intimacy and fondness that extends beyond the boundaries of typical friendship. Think about it. Nicknames often reflect shared experiences, inside jokes, or personal traits. They're a form of verbal cuddle, a way of saying, "You're special to me," without directly stating it. It's a subtle transition from formal to informal, from distant to close. These nicknames create a private universe for the two of you, a space where you connect on a deeper, more personal level. This shift is significant because it marks a departure from how friends typically address each other. When someone starts calling you by a special nickname, it's their way of bringing you closer, of marking you as important and unique in their life. It's a sign that they think of you often, that they feel a warmth and closeness to you that warrants a nickname that resonates with affection and care. So if you notice that special nickname coming up more and more, pay attention. It's not just a name, it's a signal, an indication that your relationship may be moving towards something more than just friendship. Now that you know the signs they want to be more than friends, what's next for you? Discover the signs you have serious chemistry with someone, or learn the rare mindsets that set you apart from the crowd. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.